Hey everyone! So today I'm going to talk about 5 books that I just could not finish reading. Quick thing, I understand some of these books I think are going to be a bit controversial and I apologize. I know for a couple of them I am planning on going back and rereading them, powering through them for one reason or another, but these are books I got halfway through and had to sit down and be like, I'm done. I can't, for whatever reason, either I was bored or whatever. So, we're going to start off with book number 1, James Dashner's The Kill Order. It is the prequel to The Maze Runner. I desperately wanted to read this book, and honestly, as with every one of his novels that I've ever read, I couldn't get past the first little part. I pushed myself through, but then I was still bored about halfway through. So, and I don't know what it was. It wasn't even that it was necessarily boring to me. I just couldn't get through it. So this one I definitely have to reread at some point. Probably when I reread the Maze Runner series, I might start with this one and then do it that way. But yeah, so this is book number 1. So, book number 2 on books I just couldn't get through is Extros by Scott Westerfeld. I am a huge Scott Westerfeld fan. I've loved his books since I was 14. Whenever I started reading his books, it was teenage. And I desperately wanted to read this and understand the final ending to the series, but I haven't been able to get through it. This is another one I'm gonna have to go back and reread because I have to power through it because I know I'm gonna love it and I know I'm going to be satisfied or whatever. I'm gonna be satisfied because I've completed the series, but this was just one I just couldn't get through for whatever reason. Keeping in mind, a lot of these were also years ago when I read them. Who knows, I might have no issues now, but we'll see. So the third book on this list is Nick Sagan's Everfree. I just didn't get what was going on, honestly. Once again, this is one I picked up years and years ago, and who knows, I might read it now and go, oh, I get what's going on. But I just remember at the time, not really understanding anything and just not being super thrilled about it. So maybe this is one I'll come back to eventually, but yeah. So the 4th book that I just wasn't able to get through is The Black Stallion by Walter Farley. I want to read this book because I'm it's an important piece of literature. It's super important that I read it and I understand it and I look at it and I explore the world it has to offer because it is so important as a piece of literature, and I just haven't been able to get through it. It's not long. I just can't get through it. This one I do have to go back and reread because eventually I'm probably gonna have to read this for class anyways. The last book on this list is something that I'm not sure about talking about because I'm kind of worried because I'm fairly new to all of this, so I'm not sure how people are gonna take this, and once again, with all of these books, if these are things you like, that's totally okay. This was just, one person's opinion. But the last book on this list is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. I got about halfway through. I got so bored. I just couldn't finish it. I know what happens. I all the plot synopsis. I just got so bored. I was so tired out from the series, and it wasn't even I got the book and started reading it the day it came out. And so it wasn't even it had been spoiled for me at that point because I was reading right after it came out and I'm a fast reader, so I was, but I just couldn't get through it. I could not do it, and I don't know what it is, but I just got so bored that I just had to put it down, and actually out of all the books in this pile, this is the one I'm not picking up again without a very good reason, having to actually go back and research the books for something. I'm probably not touching this one again because I was just so bored. And personally, I think the first few books, I don't know, I just found them more interesting and they kept me gripped, and maybe it's just so big and I felt like it could have been maybe half the size. Anyway, so that is the 5 books that I just gave up reading halfway through. I'm not sure how people are gonna feel about this list. Let me know. Yeah, so let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Alright, bye!